What's up, internet? My name is Jake Doxy, and welcome back to another episode of the Doxcast. I'm not going to lie, filming an intro is actually really fucking hard. After countless amount of efforts, I've realised this is probably the best we're going to get, so I'm not going to waste any more of my time, and for the length of the intro, I'm not going to waste any more of your time either. So without further ado, let's get straight into the episode.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt.
Alright, brother, before we start, let me say something to you that I say to everyone that comes on, but I would not be saying it if it wasn't true. You're sitting here because I find you interesting, and that's because you are an interesting person. I want to learn more about you, how you think, and how you feel, and I love that I have the opportunity to be able to share this experience. So I really appreciate you for coming over, and I thank you for sitting down. Ladies and gentlemen, a true definition of discipline, and an inspiring man, and one of my longest friends. This is Delvin Laudet.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for coming over. Dude, I have to thank you formally, because I said it just before. This is my 5th time saying that intro to you.
I know. That's crazy. Time.
So I really appreciate you for just helping me out at the beginning when I fucking didn't know what I was doing. Putting up with all my shit takes.
Nah, that's fun.
You've been a good
That's
brother.
crazy. 5 times running this, what's that, like over 5 hours?
Yeah,
Just
bro.
the same conversations again.
It's crazy. I try and switch it up for you a little bit, but it's hard because I love the questions I asked you the first time. I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of them were just practices. A couple of them were me fucking up, and then one of them I think we both weren't happy with the outcome of the episode.
Nah, I just reckon I was just chatting too much shit.
Chatting too much shit.
Yeah, I'm like, people will listen to this, and
True.
I look like a dickhead.
People do that. People do tell me that. It's happened. You're not the only person that's done that for me.
Yeah.
But people do say that. Fuck, I wish I said this a bit differently. But
Yeah, and articulating a little bit more.
Yeah.
I was just so blunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it's hard for us to get a grasp on the fact that we're on the internet now. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
now that there's been a bit of space between the podcasts, and now it's like fresh again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, again, I thank you for coming over again. Alright, I've actually written down some notes here to ask you because I didn't want to be doing the same questions. I'm going to try and switch them up a little bit differently. But I want to start with the most obvious one, which is the one that I find the most interesting, working as a chef. So, how'd you get into that?
I was just looking on Seek for jobs, and I never liked anything that I ever done. But I stepped into the kitchen, and it's like a whole new experience. It was like fascinating, but it was one of the biggest challenges that I've faced. I quit after 2 weeks of doing it. I said to my chef, nah, this isn't for me. I don't think I can handle this. But, she gave me just this inspirational talk, and it just, it motivated me to keep going. I really look up to her. She's a fucking great chef, man.
And what was the kind of the stuff she was saying in this talk you gave her?
Because it was so stressful, man. I was fucking up everything. And I wasn't really quick. I was so slow. I didn't know anything. And then she just she brought herself down to my level, and she was just explaining that she was in the same shoes at some point. And she used to go out and cry in the cool room and all of that shit, and it's just made it feel more real.
Yeah, I get that. And was she, before that talk, was she a bit more stern and fucking
100%.
all that kind of shit? So
100%.
she was your chef?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so she was just she just evolved into doing her job that she saw her tradesman basically doing.
But she's so hard.
Yeah, hard bitch.
Fuck.
In my head, I'm imagining, have you seen The Biggest Loser? You ever seen that show on TV?
Yeah.
There was this fucking, there was the two main guys, main girl, main guy, but then they bring in this army commando guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy I imagine, but a chick version. I don't know why. I'm thinking of the commando from Biggest Loser. Yeah.
That's what it's like, man, when they're drilling all these things into you and they're training you. Yeah, it's very disciplined.
Because I've worked in a lot of kitchens, a lot. I've probably worked cafes, restaurants, kitchens, probably upwards of fucking 500 of them for sure, doing refrigeration. And I reckon that's one of the most aggressive trades to learn, you know what I mean? People are just fucking yelling, it's so high intense. And I always thought that our trade was a little bit rough and some of the other trades, but chef's got to be the roughest for sure.
You
Just the
reckon?
harshest, the sternest. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up a lot of like, yeah, I swear too much while I'm working. I talk a lot of shit. I just keep chatting so much shit.
Yeah.
But the other chefs don't understand.
Yeah. That's cool. So you were doing that, and then 2 weeks in, you wanted to give it up, but then
100%. I didn't show up the next day. I sent my chef a text at like 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not coming back anymore. It's not for me. It was fucking hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I woke up in the morning. She said, just come in when you're ready and we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she just gave me like... Well, since then, she was showing me a lot of love. But, yeah, she inspired me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. And then once she gave you the motivation to keep going, were you like, how long did you work at that place for with her?
Well, she left to move to Singapore after probably like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I stayed there for like close to 2 years.
And was she like from Singapore?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was not imagining an Asian girl. Yeah, I didn't know. I was not imagining an Asian girl. She's gonna have some fucking harsh white bitch. So then you stayed there for 2 years, you said? Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And what about the job you're at now? I know that's way different.
Yeah, completely different pace.
Mm-hmm.
Less of a workload. It's a lot more chill.
Mm-hmm. And when you were younger, did you ever see yourself working as a chef?
Nah, I
Nah?
never even thought about it
Never
I never thought about it until I already put in my job application.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I never thought about it.
And what were you thinking of doing, like when you were a kid?
I always wanted to be like a rapper or a UFC fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I wrote that question to ask you like fucking an hour or so ago, and I've been trying to remember what I wanted to be as a kid, and I swear to God, I don't think I ever wanted to be anything. I don't think I had any fucking plans or dreams of what I wanted to be when I get older. The only thing I knew I wanted to be when I was younger was a dad.
Yeah, you always said that.
Yeah, it's the only thing I knew I wanted to be. And now I'm like, oh, not yet. When I was 17, I was ready, and now I'm 24. I'm like, oh.
And why'd you get into refrigeration?
Oh, I just got into it because I wanted to leave school straight up. I was at the same school as you, private school, and I wanted to drop out. And I think I was just going to be a mechanic because we all got our licenses and shit around that time.
You stepped out real quick out of school.
Yeah, we all started driving, and it was the first new thing to come into my mind. I thought, oh, maybe I could fix cars. I started watching YouTube channels like Mighty Car Mods and shit where they flipped cars and just did cool shit to cars. And then I think my dad's mate just offered me a job. Hey, we need an apprentice. Do you want to come do this? Refrigeration.
Well, that's the guy that we did that landscaping shit for.
Yeah. We all went and did some hardcore labour for him for the day.
That frozen Coke that the neighbour got for us at the end of the day, that was like the best frozen Coke I ever had.
Yeah.
It was so hot that day. It was so hot.
That was a fucking rough day. We worked our asses off, bro.
It was so hot and we were just carrying so much heavy shit.
Did we do it for like 8 hours, 10 hours? What did we do it for? I don't remember.
Morning till afternoon, bro.
It was at least
it was crazy.
8 to 10 hours. That means we worked for like fucking $15 an hour. Yeah, that was fucked.
Do you remember Seth?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Seth. I know you're listening, brother.
When he only gave him like $50.
Yeah. Yeah, God love him. He wore jeans, eh? But Seth was young then.
Yeah, he was like 13 or 14 or something.
Yeah, I reckon.
Because we were like 15 or 16.
Yeah, if he was 13, I would have been surprised for sure. He might have been fucking 12, 13, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He looked like us, eh? Shout out to you, Seth.
He's always looked a bit old.
We fucking love you, Seth. Yes, that's why I got into it. He just said I needed an apprentice, and I was ready to leave school, so didn't go to school the next day. Went to work with him instead, and just fucking. I don't know. I didn't love it. I guess straight away. I did find it interesting, but fuck, it was a bit rough working for that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like abusing you.
Yeah, a little bit. Not physically, obviously. Like fuck, I would have just fucking dropped the car.
Yeah, but he made you hate your life, eh?
He did 100%. It was emotional abuse, bro. 100%. Caused dramas too. My dad and him were mates, and then I think they only just seen each other again, maybe this year, for the first time. So that's like fucking 7 years or something now. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, you didn't know you wanted to be a chef. You wanted to be like either a rapper or a UFC fighter. But then, what has made you want to stay as a chef so far? Like, you must enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a decent job.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you expected it to be, or is it like, you know, how do you feel about working as a chef? How much do you enjoy it? Could you do it forever?
I'm a bit on and off with it. Some days I hate it, but other days I love it. I think last time we done this podcast, I was just going for a point where I hated being a chef. I didn't really want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why I was just brushing off so many of your questions and just giving like blunt answers. But it's a good job. It's hard work. I love working hard, man.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, eh?
But also just the pressure.
Yeah.
That fucking pressure, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm a bit envious of the pressure. I always enjoyed working under pressure because I was a supervisor for like the last few years. And now I'm at a company where I have no pressure at all. If I did nothing for the day, it wouldn't matter. We have no boss. It's just 4 tradies. So, you know, everyone works hard, including myself. But if I didn't work hard that day and I got fuck all done, like, it wouldn't matter. I'd be going back again the next day.
It works for me because you know me, I always loved my knives. Always collected knives and bought knives, but I just love working with my knife and just chopping shit up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Getting better with my knife skills. Yeah.
Where do you learn your knife skills? Is it just like through experience, or like is it from YouTube? Like, where do you learn it now?
I learned from cutting myself.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you have to cut
Experience.
yourself. Yeah, you have to cut yourself a few times. Like, I don't know.
I remember
I feel
that
like
photo you sent me where you fucking took the top off your knuckle.
yeah, bro, that was rough.
Yeah, jeez.
As a chef, you gotta fuck up to learn. I fucked up everything. But
Good. That means you've learned everything so far.
not everything, but still got a lot to learn. But
Yeah.
you know, when you fuck up, you get better. But that's like with everything.
100%. 100%. That's why when I have training apprentices, I just let them. I make them watch me for like, call it 2 months, doing the same things, welding or whatever it is I'm doing. And then without explaining to them, I just say, "Now you've watched me. You should have been watching me hard enough. You go." And fuck, I don't know. Well, you've been watching, so fucking go ahead.
It's just a lack of confidence, you know, and you're putting it on him.
100%. But then they'll do it, and sometimes they might fuck it. Sometimes they might, you know, do all right. Either way, and then when I say, right, I'll take it back off you. Watch me again. Then they can fully see where they've fucked up, because it's not until you fuck it up that you're gonna realize what you don't know. What you don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's good to see that it kind of resonates in the chef world as well. And what's the community like? I'm pretty sure I asked you this before, but I don't think I asked it correctly. Is it kind of like is there like tiers to it? And by saying that, I mean, like, say, do you have a better resume if you work in a certain place compared to other places?
100%. Yeah.
It does?
You know, if you have the higher end places on your resume, then more places are gonna want you. They'll take you over a person who's worked, you know, at an unknown place.
And
But that's with
what
everything.
would be considered like a place that would have a good like recommendation? Or what would be considered a place that doesn't have a good recommendation? Like examples. Like you're talking about like a fucking restaurant in the city, like a high-rise restaurant.
Yeah.
So if you work
What's your favourite restaurant?
My favourite restaurant would probably be, I like Mjolnir in Surrey Hills. That was hectic.
What's your least favourite restaurant you've been to?
Oh, fuck. I don't want to say it.
Just
But I
say
can
it, bro.
imagine it. No.
If you owned a restaurant and a chef came and sent you a resume, and there was 2 chefs, one had from Mjolnir and the other one was from that place, who would you pick?
I would pick obviously the one from my favourite.
Exactly.
But yeah. That's because it's from my favourite. Yeah.
I've been there. It was, you know, it was a good experience. It was crazy, like that Viking steam. And
Oh,
all
you
of
went
that.
there as well?
Yeah, and the beers were really good, but the portions are so small.
Oh, I didn't think so, bro. I thought the portions were pretty big.
For
They
the
were
price.
just really expensive.
For the price,
Yeah.
that the portions were tiny.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like it was just under enough food, but it was like way too expensive.
I feel
can't
like
go
the
back
size
there
of the
again.
mains, like entree, bro, for me, at least.
And let me just say, for anyone who's listening, Mjolnir is a restaurant. It's in Surrey Hills. That's what suburb.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's in Surrey Hills. But basically, it's a Viking themed based restaurant. So they serve you beers out of big horns, and all the food will be based around Viking theme. Like for desserts, you can get like a bone marrow.
They're just
truffle.
primal dishes, man.
Very primal. And they have a big chef, big fucking huge unit.
He's the
cooking
biggest
right in
chef
front of
I've
you.
ever fucking seen.
He's the biggest person I've ever seen, bro. He's massive. He's huge. And there's just, Viking memorabilia everywhere. And there's not really a front door to the place either. If you don't know the address, you probably wouldn't be able to find it. It's pretty awesome. I really recommend it. I'll put a link in the description. But
I was just like,
try.
I was just staring at him because he just looking at that massive guy swinging around his fucking big butcher's knife. I'm like, fuck.
Have you ever seen the movie Frozen?
Yeah.
Kids movie?
Yeah.
Have you seen the... I'm pretty sure it's from that movie. There's like a really big guy. He might like work in like a coat check or some shit. Have you seen that? And then I think it might be at the beginning of the movie. Am I thinking of the right movie?
What big guy?
He's just like a really fucking big guy. He looks like that chef.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure. Alright, it's fine. Great restaurant. So you're saying, obviously it makes a big difference if you're working from a great store. But how would you get into working at a restaurant like that if they don't want to hire people that haven't worked at a restaurant before?
With no experience?
Yeah. Like, no, not even. You're saying if someone worked in a store that had, like, no one knew who they were, then they wouldn't be as highly classed as someone who comes from a good restaurant. So how would you get into working in a big restaurant? Is there, like, certain things you can do to make yourself look better?
Yeah, I guess looking well presented. You show up.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, like, apply online, but show up in person.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get a trial, just show them what you can do
Mm-hmm.
and hope for the best.
Yeah, okay. So it's very, like, he say, she say with it. There's no, like... It's like a normal job, really. There's nothing you can do to make yourself out there. There's not a course you could do or a little certificate or something you could do to make yourself...
To be honest, man, since getting my qualification, no one's checked. No one's checked the resume. No one's checked qualifications.
Yeah.
I just pull up, I'm a chef, and that's that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Same thing happened with the company I'm at now. They go, oh, so you obviously have all these licenses and shit. And I go, yeah, obviously. Fuck, I'm a friggy. Like, yeah, do you mind sending him over? I go, yeah, of course. A month later, they're like, can you send him over? I'm like, yeah, well, fuck. I didn't have any of them, mate. Yeah,
What'd you do?
No one's ever asked me for them before. I went out and got them all. Fucking $2,000 it cost me just to get my fucking licenses, but fucking rip off. Fucking government. Anyway, so could you see yourself working as a chef forever? Or, like, if not, where do you see yourself going in the future?
I'd like to work for a bit longer, not too long. Maybe, like, around 30.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of chefs have told me, like, older chefs have told me they wish that they got into something else, like, related to, working as a chef. Because, they get real burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to find an exit plan around 30 years old. That's what I've been told.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And what are some options you can have for an exit plan? Like, what do you want to kind of veer into?
Well, some become, like, teachers.
Teachers.
Like TAFE teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Or they'll go training people, like chef trainers.
So do you go to TAFE or a chef?
Yes, yeah.
Did you?
It was like it was just a different registered training organisation.
Okay. Like a work-based.
Work with TAFE. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a work-based one.
We have them as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. So they can become a teacher, or what's some other things they can do? Imagine, like, was it ever a goal to have like a fucking TV series or something, a YouTube series?
You remember back in the day, I did like Cooking
Cook
on Snapchat.
Yes.
How old was I? I was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
And I'll just get like...
Cooking Cook.
Yeah, back in the day, I just get blazed and just start whipping stuff up in the kitchen.
That's right.
I had no clue what I was doing. The point was I just looked stupid doing it. It was just for a laugh.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever consider making content? Because I've kind of been asking everyone this kind of question lately because I find it so awesome and I'm loving content creation. Do you ever see yourself making chef videos or things at home? Because I see a lot of them pop up on my TikTok that are like
I'd love
actually
to.
get
I'd love
my
to.
attention.
I'd love to, but I don't want to do it like the traditional way. I don't know. I feel like it'd be something where I'm outside. What I'd like to do, you know, go outside, maybe like go fishing, and then straight away like film that shit, and then just film myself like descaling and then gutting the fish, and I'll cook it over. Like I'll make a fire and cook it over that shit.
That'd be awesome.
You know, just like make it real.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I've seen a couple places that do similar things. Like they have a. There's not too much in Australia doing it, but which is good. You could definitely grab some attention in Australia. Yeah, I'd love to see you start to do that. And what is that your exit plan, or what is your exit plan?
Nutritionist. Yeah, that's what I'm studying at the moment. So I'm just gonna get it done now, and then like, I don't know, however many years when I'm ready, I'll just transition into that.
And what do you plan to get out of doing this nutrition course? So obviously you're gonna work for yourself.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Work for yourself, or you could even like contract to a
to a gym or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you thought about that far ahead after you get the nutrition course, or are you just for now trying to focus on getting this done and then work it out afterward?
I'm just focused on working, setting myself up, getting my course done, and then I'm just gonna leave the course like I don't care for now, but that's for later.
Yeah, that's such a great idea. Fuck, I haven't really done anything like that in a long time. I definitely need to.
Well, I hate studying, man.
You hate it?
Fuck.
I don't mind it.
It just takes up too much time and brain power.
Yeah, you're right. But how...
I just want to get it done with now.
Do you have any free time to study? Or not really?
On my days off.
Yeah, like do you spend time like watching like YouTube or Netflix and shit like that?
When I'm in bed.
Yeah, because that's the time I give up for shit like studying.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that I watch TV shows and shit.
I can't like study for too long. Like, if I'm studying, I need a full day because I'll study for like an hour, 2 hours, take like a 20-minute break, eat something, chill for a bit, and then get back on it, like really on and off. So I need to like allocate a whole day for that.
Have you always been like that? Have you always had like that mindset? What about in school? Were you able to focus?
That's the thing. In school, you know, you can't really do that in class. So, you know, I was just sitting in class playing games on my iPad, you know, writing shit.
Yeah. I was just curious whether that's kind of been a cause of social media, like social media's kind of ruined your attention span, because I know most people have that now. They can't really sit down and focus for too long in a row. I was wondering if maybe TikTok or something. You don't have TikTok?
No, I've never downloaded TikTok.
Yeah. You know what, the next thing I wanted to ask you was, when you were in your apprenticeship, you kind of like deleted all your socials, and I didn't see you for a bit. I don't know if anyone else seen you, but I didn't see you for a while. Were you just focusing on work, or was work making an impact on the reasons for you to do that?
It was the lifestyle. It was just such a crazy lifestyle. You know, I'd be starting at 10 a.m. And then I'd be prepping. I'd be sleeping on the bus on the way to work. Start work, smash out some coffees, do all my prepping, and then just get smashed all fucking day and all fucking night. It gets smashed.
Yeah.
And then I'd end the day about 12 o'clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Wow.
And at that point, I go out with the chefs, and yeah, we get drunk, have a few drinks. Not really a big drinker, but trying to keep up with them. I was like spewing every night. Get home, and
so they were big drinkers, these shit.
100%.
Because you've always been a better drinker than me, to be honest. And
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
For sure. You can drink fucking way stronger drinks than me. That's what I'm saying.
I don't reckon.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
Oh, I always thought so. Maybe it was just in my head. Maybe it's just in your head. Yeah. That's probably from drinking with the chefs that I probably got that from you. Because you were trying to keep up with them, but I never fucking...
The thing is, I couldn't keep up, man. I was spewing every time.
Yeah, shit.
But not...
It's poison, bro.
Not because I needed to spew. I'd spew to make room for more so I can keep up. I'd be having a drink. I'd be so full and so bloated. I'm like, I can't physically fit any more liquids. So I'll just pretend like I'm going to chuck a piss.
Yeah.
And just spew.
Well,
make some space, come back, keep drinking.
And was it beers? Like, what were you drinking?
Yeah,
like,
beers.
Beers? Only beers, or were you drinking, like, vodka?
Only beers. Because we were working... It was a brewery. Yeah, just blasting through these drinks, man.
Did you, if you were working in a brewery, did you ever drink at work or not? Wait till after?
Or sometimes the bartenders would be like, try this new drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd try that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's heaps cool. So that was in the city, that job. That's why you were catching the bus and shit, I remember. So what's the difference between working in that job and working at the job you're at now?
It's completely different.
Completely.
Some days I'll be getting home at the time that I start work now.
Oh, wow. So fuck 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 5:30.
Fuck. Wow.
Yeah, but that's why I deleted social media, because it took up all of my time, this job.
Mm-hmm.
I had no time for anything after work, before work.
Mm-hmm.
So I just deleted Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. And I just focused everything on just learning.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you haven't missed out on much, bro. There's no real benefit to having social media.
Yeah, I figured, but I feel like I lost touch with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
People
But you can
still
always
around.
reconnect with people.
Yeah, but the ones that matter are still around,
Yeah, of course. You kind of learn. That's what I've noticed as I get older. You learn who sticks around and who doesn't. You think everyone's going to hang around when you're younger. You know what I mean? And, I try my best to keep in contact with as much people as possible, but some people just fucking, I don't know, they just fucking don't want to, eh? Yeah, that's cool. So, have you noticed a change in your lifestyle from deleting social media? Since we're on that topic, have you noticed that you're a bit more clearer, or you don't waste much time anymore? Because I think it occurs to a lot of people. Most people probably think about deleting their social media. Do you think it's a positive thing, or not really, just a neutral thing?
And your focus just goes into other things. At that point, because I wasn't scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or doing much of that shit, I was playing Boom Beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just playing Boom Beach, bro.
Fuck yeah.
So I'd be on the bus playing Boom Beach. I'll be waiting for the doors to open to the restaurant playing Boom Beach.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I actually talked about this, I think yesterday, with someone in real life, not on the podcast. Well, I guess the podcast is real life for us, not for everyone listening. But it was about the fact that I'm pretty sure a study once showed that you have room for between 5 and 10 addictions. And I'm pretty certain this is right, but I need to fact check myself later. But you pretty much live your life with 10 addictions all the time. Caffeine, fucking beer, sleeping, fucking jizzing, food, all this shit. Some people have fucking, gambling and all that other shit. But you just constantly take one out and you put another one back in. So everyone's addicted to social media. So if I deleted it, I just think to myself, what am I going to put in it instead? And in your case, it was more gaming and shit like that, which makes a lot of sense. But I found that study heaps interesting. You always have 10 addictions, and when you get rid of one, like smoking, you're just going to pick up vaping. When you get rid of one like vaping, you're just going to pick up junk food. So you got to try and find room for a healthy addiction, and which is fucking hard work. But anyway, I've gone off topic a little bit. What about, would you ever recommend anyone else to get into chef? And if so, what do they have to have about them to be a chef?
It's not for everyone, but anyone can learn. I guess anyone can learn to cook, but a lot of people will crumble under that pressure and quit. I did, but I kept going.
Yeah.
But it's rough, There's so many dockets, and you're trying to get everything out quickly, and you're getting yelled at. You're burning yourself, nicking your fingers, and it's I remember one time I grabbed this tray out of the oven, I put it down, and I just forgot that it was hot, and I grabbed it. My eyes just started watering. I was getting yelled at for being too slow.
And I guess once you hurt yourself in that industry, workload doesn't stop, does it?
No. You
At
can't
least in
stop.
construction, when you hurt yourself, you take a minute and you fucking fix what you've done, and you get back to work after. But in your industry, the orders are still coming, they're still serving.
And a lot of the time, you just gotta, you just wash your hand and if the disinfectant, put a bit of that, and then you just wrap it in some paper towels and put band-aids over it, put a glove on, and you keep going.
Yeah, that's mad. That's crazy, bro. It's intense. A lot of people probably don't think about it as much too, but I've had a respect for chefs for a while. I think it was since you started doing it, to be honest, because I finally knew someone who was doing it. But I just got to respect because you have to actually be a bit more of a harder cunt. I respect the chicks that do it too. Do you? Do you respect the chicks that stick it out, or do they get it a bit easier than the guys, or the same?
Nah, same shit.
Mm-hmm.
You treat it equally.
Because I know chicks are stereotypically, this isn't like 100% accurate in all regards, but they're stereotypically a bit more softer and, you know, you look after them, you treat them nice and shit. That's what we used to do.
I don't see it like that because my first head chef was a female.
Yeah, but imagine your brother getting, or any of the boys you know, getting yelled at work, like vigorously the way you were. And now imagine that being any girl that you've ever fucking cared for. You feel worse about the girl, don't you? Or is it the same? Because I just want to, don't fucking yell at this girl. But the boys just like suck it up.
I don't know.
I don't know, this might be me. Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, we'll steer away from working as a chef, but I do want to come back to what we were talking about earlier with plans for the future. So I'll circle back to that. But let's talk about making music. Because, bros, every time you fucking drop a new song, I'm just a bit more excited each time, bro. It's just evolving more and more. So I want to know what made you get into rap in the first place.
I got into rapping, taking the piss out of like all them gutter rappers.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just like in school or whatever, I just jot something down real quick, and you know, take the piss. You know, I just find some beat on YouTube and just take the piss. Yeah, that's how it all started, and then
that was like in the Jimmy the Junkie days. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because he dropped a couple of songs, on YouTube. Jimmy the Junkie. That was around the same time. I remember you making those funny little Eshe raps.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I was like 14 or something.
Did you ever record any of them?
Nah.
It was just like write them down and spit them at school, eh?
Yeah, I'd just be writing it down just to show people, like show my friends, and yeah, I remember there was a few times I even called you. I was like, "Oh, listen to this."
Yeah,
I'd play the beat over the phone and just rap it real quick.
Yeah.
But you know, the only person when I started, I was just showing Damo. I was just like, "Hey, look what I wrote," and just show him.
And what was the response like?
Oh, he'd always tell me like how shit it is, but
that's cool. And how did they get to how did they get to where you are now, like taking it serious?
I just kept doing it just because I had fun doing it. I always liked writing shit down. In class at school, I used to just like write rhymes down and poems and shit, but I found it easier doing it to a beat, writing to a beat, and just evolves over the years. It's evolved. You remember my first song, yeah? How shit that was?
Nah, bro. I'm pretty sure the first one I remember. What was the first one called?
Acid.
Yeah, Acid. I thought so.
I was like 16.
Dude, I love that song. I still listen to that song, bro.
Everyone tells me that's their favourite song.
That is such a good song. The lyric, I tell you why it's so good, because it's like triple syllable rhymes all the time, double syllable and triple syllable, like it's just non-stop repetitive like that, and that's the rap I listen to. It's just I loved it. Some of the fucking songs I've written for fun are based on some of the lyrics you've written in that song. It's just my natural go-to. It's what my brain just drives towards. And then speaking of that, is there anything that you drive towards when you're preparing to write music? Like, is there anyone that you look for lyricism? Anyone type of beats? Anyone type of flow? Who are your inspirations in it?
When I'm listening to music, I listen to like not what they're saying, but I listen to like the energy they're putting out and the flows. When I'm listening to music, I like the flow of the rapper, not the shit that they're saying. Yeah, the flow and the beat, just the sound.
Yeah, the sound is more important to you. I guess I'm more in tune with the lyricism, and then when they deliver the lyricism on beat, like that's to me that's the perfect cake.
Yeah.
But you reckon the delivery is the most important part of it, like the way they put it, the way they express it, or
the way that they express it combined with just the flow and the melody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I like when they sound creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
like, I don't know, not just rapping, but like, you know, something that makes you want to bob your head.
Yeah. I get you. And what about when you first started making it? Was it difficult? Like, did you have any experience doing it before? Like,
No experience, bro.
mm-hmm.
Just garage band
Mm-hmm.
using, because Damo is, you know, he knows his music, he knows his shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's always had like the mics and the guitars and the fucking, I don't even know what you call any of that shit, but
Yeah.
Damo was always into the music. He knows more about music than I do.
Okay.
Like, fuck. And yeah, just used his mic, plugged it into my laptop on GarageBand,
Mm-hmm.
and just fucking recorded, bro. And for so long, it just sounded like shit.
You reckon?
Like the quality, audio quality, 100%.
I don't reckon. I liked it, bro. Audio quality. I guess Acid didn't have the best audio quality.
Yeah, for the first couple few
But what did you
years.
record that off?
What do you mean?
What did you record that off? The Acid, like your vocals. Is that off a
Just
mic?
a shitty mic from JB Hi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay.
Not even a studio mic, like just a fucking microphone, a
Yeah.
gaming microphone or streaming microphone, whatever.
Yeah. I love microphones, bro. I'm actually I'm gonna upgrade these ones pretty shortly.
These not bad, but
Nah, they're good. They're good. I haven't really got a problem with them. There is better. You know, I like the sound of the podcast. It's good, but you can always get better. You can always be crisper. You know.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I listen to your podcasts. It sounds like a bit airy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that's the microphone or the editing process.
It's a microphone. I've got all of the filters in place, all the compression filters. I've got the gain. I've got the decibel max limiter. I've got everything set up, so it should be sounding perfect. And I guess if we delivered the entire podcast like this, for everyone listening at home, this probably does sound a little bit better. But I don't find this comfortable. It's not. I'd rather just sit back, have it a bit more clearer.
Yeah.
And I think with a better microphone, it should be a bit better. But mind you, I'm recording out of a fucking bedroom. You know what I mean? This ain't no studio. Yeah.
What if you put like not eggshells, the egg cartons on your wall? You remember like in music rooms at school and shit?
Yeah. I can do that. You can also buy like things that hang on the wall, proper sound collectors and absorbers, just so nothing bounces around. But I find it interesting as fuck, bro. Sound, I find it interesting as fuck. Did you learn much about it when you were learning how to make?
Yeah,
Learn
just
sound better?
learn through doing it.
Yeah. And did you find it interesting, or because it's a lot more complicated than I thought?
Yeah, not interesting, but it was a bit of like a obstacle to get through.
Mm-hmm. So did you find it difficult in the beginning when you started to like use GarageBand and all that kind of shit?
Yeah, I tried like multiple shit. Tried like recording in my car, fucking throwing a blanket over my head, recording in the bathroom, all sorts of shit.
And like, why were you just trying to learn if the sound sounded better?
Yes, it's all in the mic though.
Yeah.
I bought like a decent mic, so I'm using that now.
Yeah, that's cool. When your music, bro, I just have to say, it just gets better and better. It gets better and better. And the flow is just, not just the flow, but the style of music, it just changes so broadly every single song. You haven't copied and pasted your songs at all. No one song sounds like another song.
Yeah, I
Is
hope
that something
so.
that you're going for on purpose?
Not like, it's not something I think about, but I don't want like my song sounding the same, obviously.
Yeah.
But I try new things, new flows, and yeah. If my songs sounded the same every song, I'd just quit.
I don't think if I wanted to get into music, I'd be able to do what you're doing now. I think every song would be the same. Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%. When I go to fucking just start rapping in my head or in the car, to something like that, they're all the exact same. Exact same flow, exact same delivery. I've got to try and change the lyrics. Like, how much time do you reckon you spend working on music? Do you have like a schedule for it or a routine?
Nah. There's not really any schedule for anything that I do.
Okay.
But sometimes writing a song could take 20 minutes. Sometimes it could take days, weeks, months.
Okay.
It just depends how much inspiration I got.
And what do you get your inspiration from?
Shit that's going on. Or the way that I feel.
Okay, the way you feel.
Yeah, I guess so. The way that I feel translates really well into words.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really express how I feel too well in a conversation, but when I'm writing shit down,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I'm feeling a certain way, I can make music.
Yeah.
But if everything's good, everything's going well, then I don't really think about music too
That's
much.
something I was just about to ask you. Like, do you find that your music is better when you're in a good mood, or when you're down bad, or when you're excited, or when you're nervous? Like, where do you find the best music comes from? What feeling?
Just when there's shit going on.
Shit going on, like down bad shit, or like exciting shit, like
Nah.
confusion even.
Yeah, everything that's not happiness.
Okay.
I guess something like that.
Yeah, because I think happiness might be the baseline feeling. I think about this a bit, and I'm going a little bit off topic here, but I'm just.
If I'm happy, I got no inspiration to make music.
Yeah, and you know that backs up my theory a bit more, because I think of happiness to be your baseline feeling. Every human just feels happy all the time, because your happiness comes from feeling content, and then it's not until you start having to do shit so you can stop doing shit that you start to feel a bit differently. So you want to just do nothing, because that's how the basic human brain kind of is, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
But then you can't. You have to go to work. You have to save money. You have to buy shit. You have to do all these things. And your kind of goal in life is to just do as much as you possibly can so you can just chill for as long as possible in the end. And I guess happiness being such a baseline feeling that everyone's trying to get back to, like feeling normal, there's not going to be much expression from that. Because there's no learning, there's no growing, there's no difficulty. So it makes complete sense when you tell me that you're not going to think of any lyrics when you're doing that. It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And where do you want to go in the future with music? Like, where do you see rapping going? Do you have a vision? Do you have a plan? Is it just for fun? Like, what do you want to take with? What do you want to do with it?
It's just for fun. Well, not even just for fun. It's just an expression. It's just like, it's my own unique personal expression. It's just personal art.
Yeah.
I'd like to put out a few albums, maybe a few music videos, a few shows at some point, but it's not really that deep.
Mm-hmm. So would you consider it to be a dream or not? To be like performing shows?
Oh, man, I'd love to be like rapper rich, but
Yeah.
I don't really want to be known though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What would be better? Would you rather the money or would you rather the respect as a rapper?
The money.
The money?
I like those rappers like M. Huncho, they're wearing the mask
Yeah.
and all that. Like, they still got all their private lives.
Mm-hmm.
But when they put on the mask, then they're all of that.
Yeah, that's cool. And I was going to ask you this before, but I slipped my mind. But do you find it to be therapeutic? Because you're only really expressing how you feel when you're...
It's therapeutic, the process of writing it, the process of recording. You know all about it. It just gets fucking frustrating, man.
100%.
And you just get pissed off. You got to walk away for a little bit and come back to it.
So
but then when you hear it, like, I'll go to my car and I'll play it and I'm like, yeah, it's all worth it.
It's all worth it, yeah. Because it is a process, eh? I remember when you got me to come over and jump on that last song with you and Kelvin. That, it was the first take we did, we kept that one, eh? That was the one we kept?
Yeah.
How many more did we do? I just kept, I can do better. I just got worse and worse.
Yeah, they're usually like that. You do your good take is first, and then, like, the more you try, the worse it gets. You just got to take a break, come back to it, try again.
Okay. I watched this fucking mad documentary on Netflix called, have you seen the one called The Defiant Ones?
No.
With Dr. Dre?
No.
Well, it's basically a show about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine was a music producer back in the day, and he worked with people like, I think he met like John Lennon. John Lennon was the first person he met when he was recording his music, so he's a bit older. And then eventually the show at the same time was following him and Dr. Dre and their journey. So it shows Dr. Dre through, he started off as a DJ and an MC, and then he got into like being in a dance group kind of thing, and then he got into NWA, and it shows his whole journey. But Jimmy Iovine's basically saying when he was in a studio with a band, sometimes they would record a song like 250 times in a row. Like, he just would not put it. It would just say, nah, we can do better. Nah, we can do better. Nah, we can do better.
Yeah, it gets like that.
And it's like eventually he reckons he got to the perfect one. Do you think that would happen if you continued to do the same recording over and over and over and over and over
That's
again?
what it's like.
It is like that.
I'll
So you don't always just go with the first one. You just keep
No.
going until you find a better one.
I'll record it, listen, delete it. Record it, listen, delete it.
That's
Record
a
it,
great
listen,
idea.
delete it. With Kelvin, he'll record, keep that, keep everything, and then pick which one that he likes.
Okay.
But I'll just record. I'm not happy with it. I'll delete it. That's it.
That is such a better idea. Because you have to do it again. You have to keep going. That's discipline, bro. That's why I fucking mentioned discipline in my fucking intro for you, bro. Because I find you disciplined as fuck. That's awesome. So, let me know, like, what's your day kind of look like, lifestyle? What's your day-to-day schedule kind of like, or grind?
I wake up 4 o'clock.
It's earlier than a lot of people, bro.
Get ready for work. Go to work. Get there between 5:30. Just keep prepping, cooking. Finish work 3:30. Go home, have a nap. Then I'll pick something. Training, whether that's the gym, just lifting, or MMA or music. But I'll just pick something.
So you're pretty much doing most training most days, like some form of exercise?
Not recently, for like the past week,
Okay.
2 weeks.
Well, that doesn't count.
But yeah.
Yeah. Things fall off. What about MMA? Well, are you enjoying doing that?
Yeah, that's on and off too, but yeah, I find it hard because you have to commit so much time.
Yeah. Do you find it to be the type of sport where you can just go once a week, once a fortnight?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon.
No, I'm glad you said that because that's my plan for pretty soon.
For just staying fit and, you know, getting your skills up.
Yeah.
It's man. It's good for your head.
Okay.
I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for your mind when you're just fighting.
Yeah, 100%. It's good for your body. Your body loves it, and I think your mind will probably love it even more. Oh, I just thought of another question that I wanted to ask you regarding music, and that's the fact that every time you do drop a new song, you send it to me, and to be honest, it's not even every time. It's like every time that I think you really want to show it to me, but you don't.
It depends how proud I am of it.
Yeah. Why don't you share it? Like, why don't you? Because I bet that's a hard thing to do, not sharing. You know, don't you want people to see it? In a way, it's kind of like with me and my episodes. Like, obviously, I want people to see it, and I share it. But at the same time, I also feel a bit weird by doing it every single time.
Fuck, man. To be honest, man, I drive around. I listen to my own music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like nobody really gives a fuck. You know, I tell people, you know, I make music. No one gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So what? That's what they're thinking, I guess. But yeah, I keep it to myself and just share it with my friends. That's it.
Yeah,
But I don't like talk about it, post about it. Like, you know, a lot of people don't even know I make music, bro.
That's true. I bet that's true. It's very true. But I think it's amazing. I respect it a lot. It's cool. Because especially it makes sense when you say you make music because you enjoy it. It's therapeutic. You want to show your mates. It's a form of expression. Let's say with this, it's like if I didn't share this...
There's no point to it then.
No one would see it, you know what I mean? It's a bit different. I guess it's hard to relate because they're just completely different. Yeah. Do you ever think that you'll ever get to a stage where you're sharing it or not really?
Yeah. Or at the same time, I don't really think my music's like that good. What people would want to listen to.
I disagree. I like it. I like this.
But yeah, I guess if I put out like a good album, if I have a certain amount of songs, that's what I'm going for at the moment. You know, just have a big collection before I start sharing anything.
And how many songs do you reckon you have now or are working on at the same time that you haven't finished?
I think I'm working on like 5 at the moment. Yeah, I've probably got about 20 songs.
Wow. Like releasing? Yeah.
But I've probably made like over 50 in total.
Okay.
On my laptop, I've got a lot of songs that are just nobody's ever heard or have posted.
Are you gonna ever post them?
Nah. They're like from the
early
early days. They're shit.
If you could do like what Juice WRLD kind of did, where you have like all your songs, and then he makes like a second rap name, a second Spotify, and posts them on that, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth. He's got like about 9 or 10, I think, different names on Spotify. Yeah,
Fuck.
There's heaps of unheard Juice WRLD songs because they're just under a different name. Yeah, my brother shows me all the time. I think that'd be cool. Be interesting if you had 2 different accounts, 2 different SoundClouds, and you posted different songs on each one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
So the plan is like, I'm just gonna put out one more album on SoundCloud, and then I want to keep writing, and then take it to a professional studio, get that all done real clean, real professional, and put that on Spotify.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Spotify's the future, bro. Everyone should go on Spotify. Is there a reason why you
should put your podcast on Spotify?
I should. I really should. At the moment, I'm really not devoting enough time to the podcast. I'm really not. I'm trying to work too much. Like, I'm about to go to work as soon as we're done this episode. I'm working 12 hours, and then I got to go to work again straight after that for like another 7 or 8. And then I might get a couple hours sleep before I have to do another podcast tomorrow. So it's just like, I'm just not giving myself enough time. I need to stop working. That's what I need to do.
Cut back your hours. How many hours are you doing?
Probably last week I probably did, call it 75.
Nah.
No more.
That's too much.
I know. Plus at least 2 games of golf a week. Don't have enough time. It's just not enough. So next week I'm going to be spending a lot more time on the podcast. Yeah. This year it's just make money, bro. That's my main thing, just make money. Not my main thing. My main thing's a podcast, but it's the main thing I'm spending all my extra time doing. Alright, I want to talk to you about fitness, and we kind of touched on MMA, but I want to know, you've always been into calisthenics, and is there a reason why you've always chosen to do that, mostly more than sport or gym or anything?
When I was young, I was watching like all those videos on YouTube. You know, you just see people doing these crazy things.
They're fucking hanging off the poles, like sideways and shit.
All of that shit.
Yeah.
I was just watching that as a kid, and I just thought that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen, and I just wanted to do that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. You know? And then I look at people training, lifting weights, I'm like, nah, that's boring.
It is.
That's boring. You know, I just got into, you know, bodyweight movements because it's just, I feel like that's, you know, it's artistic, it's creative in the way that you move.
That's true.
All that shit.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, bro, you're actually a very artistic person. You're very artistic and expressive.
Expressive, yeah. Artistic, I don't reckon.
Yeah, but you express yourself through artistic movement. That's what I'm trying to say. Not just movement, but you just resonate with art a lot. That's why you make music, the way you're describing calisthenics right now. You're kind of opening my eyes. Even your job, your full-time job, making food, that's a craft, that's art.
Yeah.
You have to make it presentable. It has to not only taste good, but look, and by the way...
It's a sculpture.
Can I say the cafe you're working at? Because I want to tell people to go get what you made me the other day. How about if you want, message me and I'll message you. But Del made me a fucking burger the other day. Oh, I'm not kidding. It was the fucking nicest thing I've ever eaten. It was so fucking good. It was so good, dude. That was so good. Just message me and go get it off Del. It's not too far away, and boys, you will not regret it. Yeah. But as I'm saying, bro, you're just a fucking expressive person. It's cool. I never really noticed it. Have you ever been into like drawing or
I'm no
painting?
good at drawing. I'm no good at painting.
Okay.
Any of that shit, I'm no good at it.
Okay.
I used to try and draw, but it just looks like scribble.
You know what I am? I'm a great tracer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a great tracer. I can trace so good.
Even them colouring in books as a kid, I'd always go out of the line.
Yeah. Well, I never had the patience for it. I've never ever enjoyed colouring, drawing, painting. I've never enjoyed it. It's so boring. I want to move. I feel like I'm just sitting down for too long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like looking at like art and drawings and all of that.
Mm. You ever been to art museums here in Sydney?
Yeah, I've been to,
They're
fuck
fucking
no.
cool, eh? They're actually really cool. I went to, you know the one right next to Botanical Gardens? That's the one I went to last time. like the really tall art museum. Like not the tall, but it's a big building, old building. It has all the old paintings.
What's that one called?
I want to say Museum of Art. Really, I think that's what it is. Let's just quickly look it up right now. Like for everyone listening.
My favorite one is the Museum of Contemporary Art.
Oh,
because that's got like.
I fucking didn't like that one.
Why?
There was so much weird shit, bro.
Exactly, that's what I love about it.
You
It's
like
just
it?
different shit. It's like.
With some of it, I'm like, this is not art, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it art.
I know you're so right. You're so right. And I say this as well. Art is.
It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I walk in there, I look at all this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Nah, some of the stuff, yeah, it's cool, but some of it, it's like, bro, I know this can't cut up the extra sheets. He cut up his extra pillowcases and sheets and clothes. He doesn't want them. He fucking just sewed them together so poorly. I could have done it. Like, it's so shit. And there's like a whole room dedicated to this. What is this? Or there'll be like I swear to God, you walk into that museum one day and there'll be like a bunch of potatoes people have drawn faces on. They just have the weirdest shit. The other museum, the one next to Botanical Gardens, I think it's called Botanical Gardens. Anyway, that has like old as fuck art from like fucking 1700s, 1800s. And some of them are like as big as this wall times fucking 5. And it's like a picture of like someone's drawn an entire army, you know, some French army or English army. To me, that's art. I like skilled art.
That's painting. That's just like
It is painting.
it's just that's just one dimension that you're looking at. But the
so
best
right.
art that I've seen, next to Hyde Park, I forgot what museum it was, but they done this Japanese yokai gallery.
I went to that one. That one's I went to that one. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, you know all the spirits, the yokai. That's all the.
That's the one that has that laser room.
No.
Of that one.
No, it's the Japanese spirits.
Kind of like
all of that shit.
To do with the fat masks and shit like
that.
Yeah,
yeah. That's where the masks come from. They come from like all the spirits, but there's more than that. But I love that. It was so dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very dark themed.
Okay.
It was like some was gruesome, and it was just like I don't know. It was very sinister, and just the vibe of the whole exhibition. I loved it.
I guess summer, yeah. I hear what you're saying about summer, and you're right when I say painting is just one fucking dimension.
Because I feel like they really expressed like evil and like this darkness in that gallery. It was amazing.
I guess some stuff, yeah, I'm hearing you, but don't you reckon some of the stuff in the museum, someone's just taking the piss?
Yeah.
Some of these
100%.
people are taking the piss.
I feel like sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, fuck, I could make something like this.
Yeah.
Which I reckon I could.
Mm-hmm. You know what I found interesting about art, and let me just say first, one of the things they had in this art museum was an entire fucking room so big. It was like the size of a cinema screen on the wall, and it just had a guy doing a kickflip on a skateboard over and over and over and over again.
A video?
Yeah. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What? What the fuck?
No, that's mad.
What the fuck? Like, so unnecessary, bro.
No, that's mad. That's crazy.
So unnecessary.
I can imagine that.
And you know those like really weird, like, remember that Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life video? There'll be another room with a shit like that. Just like a weird cartoon figure just grabbing shit, moving its neck weird and shit. It's like, fuck off. This isn't art, bro. This is bullshit. Well, one thing I learned recently is why art is worth so much money. Do you know why art is worth so much?
I couldn't tell you, man.
It's actually because it's like a time capsule. People look at it like a time capsule. So art is worth so much money. People invest in art, say they're going to spend... There's just a random drawing or a picture or something someone's painted, and they're going to spend $500,000 on it. People are like, what the fuck? And everyone thinks it's just like a tax write-off or to launder money and shit like that. But it's because that captures that era of time. So in the future, they know that's going to be worth $5 million because in this time, that's captured what it was like to
You
live.
see that video? They threw that drink on that.
Well, the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
I've seen that. It made, bro, the Mona Lisa's behind a bit of glass. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch a full breakdown of like what. There's a full like thing about why she did it, which is some activist movement thing. I don't remember. But have you seen the one where Banksy made that art and sold it at the art expedition? Have you seen that one? So everyone obviously knows who Banksy is.
I don't know.
The graffiti artist in overseas, Banksy, who like draws the like the really fucking political graffiti. He does stencils all over England, and he just became like a super famous graffiti artist because it was all stencil based. And there was another guy called Robbo, and Robbo was an actual graffiti artist. And then they both got really famous because they went to war with each other. Because Robbo had this piece under a bridge that everyone loved in the graffiti community, and Banksy kind of went over and painted over it with his own thing. And then it was just war between them, so they'd just go fuck with each other's pieces. They'd change it to say something else, or he'd draw over it. Anyway, there's a great documentary on YouTube explaining it. But Banksy once got a piece of art and framed it, and he must have donated it or something, knowing it was going to go to an art expedition and sold for a lot of money, which it did. And he actually went there disguised and recorded the session. And when it finally got sold for like a couple $1 million, he pressed the button that he installed in the frame, and the fucking thing went through a paper shredder as the guy bought it. And his whole painting came out the bottom of the paper shredder, and it just fucking shredded to pieces.
Fuck.
Just to prove a fucking point. Like, fuck you cunts. Fucking great graffiti artist, bro.
Send me that video.
I'll send you that. Great video. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a link for the Robbo vs Banksy, and I'll put a link for the Banksy art expedition. It's cool. Very cool. When you're training right now, being back to MMA, you started to train a bit with Adam. He came over recently. He told me. You also told me. How is it getting back into it?
It's like I wanted to go train with like Damo and Danny, but it's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to get my touch back.
Yeah.
Best way, train with Adam.
Oh, so you're going with him just to update your skills?
Yeah, I haven't been training with him. I ended up just going to the gym with the boys anyway.
Okay. So that was the whole point of going back to him, just to kind of get you back.
Yeah. I just need to get my feel back.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel it out a little bit.
And how do you find your training going at the moment?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Fuck, I'm not too bad.
Yeah, it's cool.
These boys, I was sparring. They're like, "Fuck, how long you been training?" I'm like, 4 days.
You can't say that. That's misleading as fuck, bro. That's so misleading.
No, well, it's
awesome.
true. It's true.
I love doing that as well, but
it's true
I
though.
love doing that as well.
I wasn't lying.
Yeah. Well, you're not lying. It's still misleading. You trained for years, bro. You just took a big break.
Yeah, I guess so.
I love doing this. I do the same thing, but I do the same thing every time. People always ask me, every time I go back to the gym and I'm there for like a month or two, and then your body goes back, your muscle memory comes back, you're in good shape. How long have you been training? I said, probably started it 5 weeks ago.
I remember the other week I was doing the sparring, and one of the boys in the gym, they took me down, and I just stopped him. I said, wait. I don't know anything on the ground, brother. Stand back up.
Is that what you do? That you do MMA sparring?
Yeah. There's takedowns and submissions, all that. I'm like, I haven't been training on the ground. I don't really know shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, sorry, because you're Damo and Danny's brother. I was like, I thought that, like, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah.
That's gonna be me, bro. I'm not gonna be doing any of that MMA. I'm just gonna be doing boxing. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, Dave. Alright, Del. I've done this bit before with you. Would you rather? First, I'm gonna do a couple adult-only questions because I've recently upgraded the app, so you get some sex questions and shit.
Fuck.
It's pretty good. I like it.
You're gonna throw me under the bus here.
Alright, would you rather? Oh, these are so sus, bro. I can't ask you all these. Alright, would you rather have to be naked for the rest of your life, but everyone is dressed normal? Or you're the only person that wears clothes and everyone else is naked all the time?
I'd rather be the only one that wears clothes.
Oh, really? And everyone else is naked?
Yeah.
I guess then you kind of left a little bit mysterious as well. All the chicks would want to know, you know what I mean? Because they can see everyone but you. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so, but at the same time, I don't want to be the only one that's naked.
Yeah, either way, you're still an outcast. Either way. You're still the only one.
I'd rather be an outcast clothed up.
I guess that's true, because you definitely leave people, like, mysterious. People will be thinking mysteriously, but if you're the only cunt that's naked, everyone just thinks
You get locked up, man.
Yeah, true. Let's just pretend you're not going to get locked up. Like, everyone just knows he's the naked guy. Everyone knows. The governments know. Everyone's like, he's the naked guy. Don't worry about him. He's the only one that's
Nah,
naked.
still.
I'd rather choose the same thing. I'd be the only one wearing clothes all the time. Alright, would you rather hit on a married person or be married and have someone hit on you?
Be married and have someone hit on me.
Yeah, moral-wise?
Yeah.
You don't think you'd ever be with someone who's married? You don't reckon you could ever sleep with someone who's married?
Well, I wouldn't really get to that point anyway.
Why is that? Like, what if you just
If they tell me they're with someone, see you later.
Okay, that's cool. I don't think I'd care. I don't think I'd care.
Yeah, it depends on, like, where I'm at in life, you know?
Yeah. I just can't see it making it, like, who cares? Like, what the... It's not going to ever stop someone from doing it to me.
Yeah, I know.
So, I don't think I'd rather hit on a married person. Kick that off the box. Alright. Would you rather change to the opposite gender or have a partner change to the opposite gender?
Fuck. I'll change, bro.
I'll change too. But here's another question. Could you ever see yourself dating someone who was once a man and is now a woman? If you couldn't tell at all.
Like, can they have kids?
Oh, that's a good question. They can't have kids, so I guess that changes that. Yeah. It does change that. What if it's just for like a fucking month fling?
Yeah, fuck.
Could you see yourself doing
Why
it?
not? I just wouldn't tell anyone.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Alright. Would you rather touch a person of the same sex sexually or sexually have someone of the same sex touch you?
Disgusting.
It's odd, bro. I think I'm gonna.
I'll take it. You touch me.
Touch me too, 100%.
They're the ones gay for touching me.
I'm gonna change it for. I'll take it. I'm definitely not gonna be taking it. I'll be giving it.
Yeah, well, no, you said touch, so
Yeah,
you can
true.
touch me. You're gay for
I
touching
didn't ask.
me.
I didn't say where they touch you with. All right, one more. Would you rather date?
I just think of you seen Harold and Kumar.
I've seen Aaron Kumar.
You remember Escape from Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah.
Where
You're the gay one sucking my dick.
yeah, it's like you boys ready for your cock meat sandwich,
Yeah.
and like I didn't know you were gay.
He's
I'm
like,
not gay.
You're the quiz for sucking my dick. Alright, one more of these ones. Would you rather never have sex ever again or never learn anything new ever again?
Never have sex.
Same answer. You can't go through life fucking never learning anything new ever again. More than 55% of people would rather never learn anything new. That's crazy. Alright. Let's go to the other one. Normal questions.
What the fuck is that?
These dogs are fucked. Can you reach the fucking window? Can you pull it shut?
It's
Or is it
shut,
too
bro.
far? Oh, it is. Pull hard. Would you rather lose all your money and all your valuables or lose all the pictures you've ever taken?
Lose all the pictures I've ever taken.
Lose all the pictures. Fuck. I don't know what I'd do, bro. That's so hard. I gotta show you a photo after this. Seth just sent me a photo of us when we were like kids. And we all came to my house and we all fucking stayed over. I think we stayed over. Anyway, fucking great photo. I'll show you after. But imagine losing all. You'll never get those moments again of seeing old school photos. I love them, bro.
Yeah, it's something to think about.
Yeah. So you can just earn more money.
Yeah, but then you just wasted time.
Yeah, but you either waste time or lose time in memory. Such a hard question, bro. I think I'd rather lose all my money and valuables. Start again. And just work even harder. Get it back quicker. Yeah. Or would you rather lose the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. 71% of people would rather lose the pictures as well. Most people. Wow. Would you rather witness a meteor hitting Earth or witness a volcano erupting?
I think it'd be pretty cool to see a volcano erupting.
Oh, really? I'd rather see a meteor. I reckon that'd be cool.
I guess I could probably see a YouTube video of volcanoes erupting, so I'll choose a meteor.
I see volcanoes as like a fucking Earth pimple. That's how I think of it. It's just a pimple.
I saw one video the other day. This person threw a rock into a volcano and just like completely disrupted it, and it just started erupting.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do volcanoes still go off? Do you reckon? Do you reckon there's still volcanoes that are like going off like once a year or something around the world?
I don't know. Don't they need like some sort of stimulation?
I think sometimes they'll just get to a certain point, like a pimple, to just pop. That's what you call an active volcano.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm no scientist.
I'm gonna quickly look that up. Do volcanoes still erupt on fucking Safari? I have to know the answer to that. Do volcanoes still erupt? This says, detailed statistics are not kept on daily activity, but generally there are around 20 volcanoes actively erupting on every day.
20.
Yeah. So you could definitely go see one if you wanted to go see one. Like a fucking little trip. That'd be cool. That's heaps cool. Alright. Would you rather have your heart broken forever or never be loved?
I'd rather have my heart broken forever. Fuck. What's with these questions, bro?
I like them, bro. Do you like them?
Some of them.
I reckon I would rather have your heart broken forever. Bros, you've had a heartbreak before, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, like, fuck, do you really want that feeling forever? That's a hard feeling.
Yeah, but sacrificing never being loved.
But the difference is your heartbreak will go away. That's why it's worth it to be in love, because your heartbreak will go away. Well, I don't know, I think the reason why a heartbreak is worth it is because you're going to move on. And that's why it's better. But what if you're never ever going to get over it? Is that worth being in love in the first place? Imagine
You heard that quote,
forever.
it's better to love and lose than to never love at all.
Yeah, but that's because you'll get over it. What if the quote was, it's better to
But
love...
it's not.
What if the quote was, it's better to love and lose and never ever get over it for the rest of your life? Would you still find that accurate?
Say it again?
Like, what if the quote, instead of saying it's better to love and lose than to never love at all, what if the quote was, it's better to love and lose and never ever get over the fact that you lost them than to never love at all? Would you still believe that quote's accurate?
Nah.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what this is saying. Have you ever have your heart broken forever or never be loved?
Yeah, my heart broken forever.
Oh, you would choose that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think fucking the heartbreak is a hard as fuck thing to go through.
Yeah, but...
And you'll never fucking get over it. I want to pick never be loved. You'd rather pick never have your heart broken. The answer's about 50-50, to be honest. Would you rather be an unknown superhero or be a famous villain?
Famous villain, bro.
Oh yeah, you'd rather be a
100%.
famous villain? Fuck. Do you ever find villains of your favourite character?
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
I like the movies where, the
like
villain
Barney
is
Stinson.
very good.
Like Thanos. Who are some other villains that you've looked up to?
I don't know. You seen that movie,
You gonna say,
Megamind?
like fucking Osama bin Laden.
No. You seen like Megamind? He's just
Megamind,
trying to be
yeah.
like a superhero. Not
Yeah.
superhero, supervillain.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that shit. I don't know. They feel... I don't know. Who wants to be a superhero?
I want to be a superhero.
What
bro.
for?
Why? To save the day.
For what?
To save the day. You're the superhero. You're saving the day. That's what I want, bro. I'd rather be a fucking anonymous superhero. Plus, you get mad powers and shit. Bro,
I'd rather fucking
be like
take over the
Spider-Man.
world, bro.
Take over the world.
Yeah, the villains, they're trying to fuck shit up.
Yeah, but the villain's never gonna win.
Nah,
Never gonna win. Good will
it's only
always
because it's
triumph.
written like that.
Nah, good will always triumph evil.
I don't reckon.
100%. I reckon it's a fact of life.
I think it's 50-50.
Nah, it's a fact of life, bro.
Nah, I think it's 50-50.
51-49.
Nah,
Sure.
nah. I don't reckon.
Life will always continue on. That's why we
I
have
reckon
life.
sometimes good triumphs over evil. I reckon sometimes evil beats the good. I don't think it's in
Do you have
favour
any
of good every
examples?
time.
Do you have any examples?
Fucking.
Well, I think good has hiccups along the way of evil, but good really stays strong. Evil just takes little fucking jabs at fucking good. Like, for example, fucking terrorism, extremism, communism, dictatorship, all this kind of shit. They're just small little hiccups in the path of good.
I feel like there's more evil.
You think there's more evil?
Yeah.
In what sense? Like, why? Why would you think there's more evil? In, like, things like corruption and shit?
In everything.
Nah, no way, bro. Maybe we're looking at the world differently, but
100%.
like, if there's more evil, then the world would be a miserable place all the time. But I think the baseline for the human existence is happiness. I think
Yeah,
that's the
everybody wants to
baseline.
be happy, but you know, I feel like there's more fake motherfuckers and snakes and real ones.
Mm.
You know,
Oh, really?
more people that want to see you down bad than want to see you succeed.
Wow. I hear what you're saying. I guess it is a pretty common thing. But at the same time, it's like, I just can't see evil being a greater power than good, because you end up cutting out all the negativity in your life and you surround yourself with goodness.
Yeah, but it finds its way inside.
In little bits.
Yeah, in little bits.
Little shots. It'll take its little shots. We steered away from that question. You'd rather be a famous villain. No wonder you think the fucking world's a bit more fucking evil, bro, because you're evil.
I'm not evil, bro.
No, you're not evil. Alright. Would you rather be an only child or have 10 siblings?
10 siblings.
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. Not many people would rather that. I'll do one more of these, and then there's a question I've got to ask you. Would you rather always say everything that's on your mind or never speak ever again?
I think I always say what's on my mind anyway.
Yeah, but what if you've seen like a fucking... I had this question before, actually. What if you see like a fat bitch and you just can't help but say, fuck you, fat bitch? Or what if you see like a fucking... There's someone and you're like, fuck, this cunt is so annoying. Like, and you just can't help but tell them. All the time, you're in a job interview and you think to yourself, fuck, this cunt's eyebrows need plucking, and you have to tell him. Like, you just can't help it, right? You're just thinking... and then you just think of fucked up shit. Like, what
Yeah.
What do you think to yourself? Like, what would happen if I just fucking
Yeah,
bash this cunt?
I'd rather that.
You'd rather that?
Yeah, fuck.
I guess you just be honest. Just be honest, eh? Just be honest. Del, I've loved sitting down with you. I wish we could keep going, but I do have to get ready to go to work. But I have to ask you my final question that I do ask everyone, and that would be, what's some advice that you give to someone who just feels a little bit depressed because they're feeling lost?
I reckon find the hobby, find your passion, and don't worry about any of that shit.
Don't worry about any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I reckon just keep doing what you do, man.
Find a hobby. Find a hobby is such an important thing.
Yeah, you know, just spend your time and don't give yourself time to think too much.
Yeah. Because I think a passion is the most important thing. But you're never going to find a passion without a hobby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to find your hobby first. You're not just going to wake up one day and have a passion for something. You got to fucking find a hobby first. And that might be your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for anyone who made it through to the end of the podcast, who's been watching me, hating on me, fuck you. Fucked in, you just made it to the end. You listened the whole time.
No one's hating on you, bro. No one's hating on you. Everyone loves you. Everyone loves you, straight up. We all want to see you more. We just want to keep seeing you all the time. It's hard for everyone's schedules to line up all the time, but straight up, all the boys. I reckon I talk about you with the boys a lot.
You reckon?
Straight up a lot. Yeah. To be honest, probably one of the most people I talk about. You always got something new for me to talk about with someone else. Yeah, but much love for you, bro. Really appreciate you coming over.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
Alright, to everyone who made it through to the end, my turn now. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Fuck you.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt.